Welcome, this is Nick from Beer and Bat Reps, and I just want to let you know what I've been up to during this self-quarantine, social distancing, social isolation, very strange period of time that we are all in right now. In America, in Indiana, where I live, they're not telling us, they're suggesting we all stay home. So it is the perfect opportunity to work on a backlog, to get some things painted you've always wanted to paint but didn't quite have enough time for, or what we've been doing is get a new army for the channel up and going. So, corn, that's what we've been doing. World Eaters, specifically ours are called the Gorehounds. So, the Gorehounds, this is a very strange story. So, you open up, of all things, the Tyranid Codex, okay? Bear with me. Tyranid Codex, page 122. It's the bio artifact, so the relic page. Down here, there's just a tiny little box, okay? And it says, "These beasts, they do not fear us. They do not run from our axes. When we meet in battle, the carnage is glorious. Blood and ichor pools under our boots, turns the ash desert to a sucking quagmire. Our throats are raw from screaming our praises to the blood god. And still they come, bounding over hills of butchered corpses to get at us. Truly, Khorne has blessed us with a worthy foe." And it says, "Lord Kalguthar of the Gorehounds." I just thought that was so cool. A guy that's so excited to fight. He loves Tyranids the most because they never stop. There's single-minded annihilation, just wave after wave of Tyranid bodies crashing into the Gorehounds. So I looked it up. I Googled Gorehounds, nothing. There's like one Wikipedia and it has this page as its source. So we decided that's what we're going to go for, the Gorehounds. Because there's so little information online about it, it gives us freedom to kind of build it how we want it. So if you look online, there's a lot of battle reports with berserker-focused world leader armies with lines of rhinos. It doesn't always do very well. So I knew I wanted a big centerpiece model, and it just so happens there's a big centerpiece forge roll tank that also carries 25 berserkers, and it's called the Spartan. The Spartan Assault Transport. So this carries 25 models. So the plan is 2 units of 10 berserkers and 2 characters, maybe in Terminator armor, to fill up the rest. What's great about this is 20 wounds, T8, 2 up save. It's just a big fat land raider basically. But the real good thing for a Khorne army with no guns whatsoever is that it has 8 las cannons. So that'll help out a lot. So yeah, we've been working on that. We've been doing a lot of this snow with blood on the bases. A lot of blood for the blood god special effect paint going on these models so they look really, really bloody and gnarly. We've got about 50 more berserkers coming in. What's nice is that I found these AOS models called Blood Warriors, and they basically just look like a new kit for berserkers. They're beefier, they look way better, they're on the right size base. And because you don't have to take a bolt pistol anymore, you can just do a weapon in each hand, they work perfectly. The leader of the units has this huge double-headed axe, and he's holding it like a guitar or something. I'm just using that as a power axe. So each unit is going to have an aspiring champion with a power axe. You can also take a banner for reroll charges, and each of these AOS kits come with that too. So it's pretty much perfect. Basically Logan, Noah, and I are all self-quarantined. So that's why there's been no battle reports lately. So we're just kind of working on little things. I painted up the, the crown, the Noctilith crown. Just for terrain purposes in most of our battles, but what's kind of nice for this army specifically is it gives out a bubble of 5-up invulnerable save. And what's nice about that, and that grows each turn, which is cool. The other nice thing about that is when we have our rhinos parked and the Spartan, we'll park them around this to start the game, and it'll give them a 5-up invulnerable save, which should help. Should help quite a bit. And I can deploy this far enough up that hopefully that first turn I can move and still stay within this and pop smoke. So it'll be -1 to hit and 5 up invulnerable, which will help a lot. The other cool thing that I wanted to do once I saw this new AOS giant cat is I knew I wanted to use it as a demon prince in 40k with no wings and the malefic talons. So this cat, along with his buddy Karanak, the 3-headed fleshhound, will be leading an outrider detachment of Khorne demons. That's those 2 and 3 units of fleshhounds. I think that'll really give a lot of flavor to the army. This big centerpiece Spartan with the terrain piece behind it, leading a battalion of rhinos filled with berserkers, and then a hard flank charge of harassing, fast, hard-hitting fleshhounds. The gorehounds are born. So our goal now is to make it, well, first pretty to look at, but second, kind of tinker with it enough so that it'll be competitive enough to win some battle reports, because if you look all over the internet, they lose a lot. So, you know, they just got some bonuses from Psychic Awakening, some cool new abilities for World Eaters, like there's a stratagem where a unit can move 9 inches, so before the game starts, which will help a lot if I want to take a unit that's not in a rhino, just get them up the board behind some cover or something. So yeah, been assembling a lot, been painting a lot, just trying to stay healthy, trying to stay safe, trying to help the medical staff of all the hospitals by not being out spreading coronavirus. So we can't let Nurgle win. We gotta can't let Nurgle spread his plague. So I'm going to grab the camera, we're going to come a little closer, and we'll take a look at each of the models I've assembled, some conversions I've done, some paints that I've finished, and then after this video I'll get back to work on the rest of them and hopefully give you a little update here in a couple weeks. We just ask that everyone's patient because, you know, Logan and Noah and I aren't roommates, or else we would just continuously film battle reports. We have lives outside of this, and unfortunately, as everyone on Earth knows at this point, COVID-19 has kind of taken over everything. So I'm hoping to, at least while I'm stuck inside not filming battle reports, even though I want to, I can get caught up with my backlog, as we all should. So yeah, let me bring you in for a closer look. Thanks. All right. So first up, I'll show you, obviously not painted yet, but I'm just kind of showing you what I've started off with. We've got the Demon Prince, this awesome, just so cool cat model with Karanak and some hounds. We're getting them going. And then a couple of things I just assembled last night, actually. We have the basically Chaos Space Marine version of a chaplain. But I swapped the bald head out for this cool Khorne Berserker head, and I just think he looks super epic. Dark Apostle, that's his name. He just looks ready to rock and roll, ready to chant for Khorne. Pretty great. And then I have a Khorne Chaos Lord and Terminator armor, World Eater Lord with dual Lightning Claws. And if you know, World Eater gives you an extra attack, Lightning Claws gives you an extra attack, and Hateful Assault gives you an extra attack. So this guy rolls in with 8 attacks. Rerolling hits and wounds, basically. So he's pretty fun. Keeps him nice and cheap, going dual. I think he's like 100 points, something like that. And I know some of this is Legends, but we're going to use Legends in this on this channel, assuming it's not game-breaking. So we have this guy on this cool display base. A lot of green stuff on this Chaos Lord on Juggernaut. I'm going to still adjust him a little bit. I'm going to do some more dry brushing on there, stuff like that. But he just looks so cool. Big barbarian lord with a spear. A lot of saddlebags and stuff. So I see no reason why they got rid of Chaos Lord on Juggernaut. It wasn't game breaking. There was nothing OP about it. Nothing cheesy. Just fun. Same with this. I basically am just going to use him as the same exact thing, just a different base. I know base sizes matter, but we have a pretty chill channel, so we usually don't care too much about base sizes. This is just a conversion I did back in the day, and I just think he looks amazing on his chariot pulled by his Juggernaut, so I'm going to want to use that. So here are these AOS Blood Warriors. They're bigger, they're meatier, and they just are a much newer sculpt. They just look so much better than the 40k Berserkers. And what's nice about this is I'll be basically building an AOS army for the channel as well. So we go over to here. We got our unit that we have on the table so far. I'm currently working on on the way is about 49 to 50 more Blood Warriors. So we'll have a big Blades of Khorne AOS army along with lots and lots of Berserkers for 40k. I painted this guy up like 2 days ago. Basically, let's get a closer look. Obviously, he's the Khorne Lord in AOS, but we're going to use him as a Exalted Champion with a Demon Axe in 40k. And this will give you a glimpse of kind of the paint scheme I'm going to do with the Hounds. I just want to do something different than all the red, so I went with a deep burgundy and gray. I just think it looks kind of cool and different. There he is, leading his group. And then we've got the epic, huge, solid Spartan. This thing has 25 model transport capacity. It also has 8 las cannons. So, plan is this guy and 2 units of 10 Berserkers in there. Probably this guy as well, because if you know the Exalted Champion, he gives out reroll failed wounds in the combat phase, a bubble of it, and then he'll give out reroll ones to hit. So basically all those Berserkers are going to come out with like something insane, like 8 attacks per model if you count the pile in twice and fight twice. So it's like 8 attacks per model, rerolling, hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s, and then at strength 5 or 6, rerolling all wounds because of him coming out of this. Each unit will have a banner that allows them to reroll charges. A Warlord trait that he'll have will be +1 to advance and charge bubble. And so everyone's going to be getting there. They're going to be getting there pretty easily. And then, yeah, we got the crown and just some terrain I've been painting up. So, yeah, that's kind of the start, guys. The final list, there's a couple of them. There's one that's just pure Chaos Space Marines that I want to build. That's this and 2 or 3 rhinos full of Berserkers. And there's another one that includes all these demons, which definitely helps. Adds a lot of speed. They're all 2 wounds, or they can get a 4-up invul. So I think a bunch of demon dogs on the flank might take some heat off the rhinos and Spartans that are charging forward. And one thing I really like about the Spartan is that it has 8 las cannons. So even in an army dedicated for combat, a pure Khorne army, all combat, if I go first, I can still have kind of an alpha strike with 8 las cannons. I can take out something important, whether that's a predator or, pop an enemy rhino open or shoot a flyer, whatever I got to do. That's pretty nice. Having 8 las cannons on the field always changes things. He's got 2-up save. He's got 20 wounds. And then the Dark Apostle will be doing Benediction of Darkness on it. He'll just be following behind it. So it'll be -1 to hit with 20 wounds, 8 toughness, and 2-up save. So hopefully that's enough to get the Berserkers where they need to get. Obviously I could pop smoke to make it -2 to hit, but then I'm not shooting 8 las cannons, twin heavy bolter, and a havoc launcher. So I'll never pop smoke with it. But yeah, if you find World Eater battle reports online, they pretty much lose every single battle report. But I think with the Spartan helping in the shooting phase and getting a lot of Berserkers there, I think the demons flanking on the side will help. And just lots of synergy that gets me there faster. I think we can make this work. It'll at least be really pretty and fun to look at with all the bloody snow everywhere. And I know Noah's really excited. He's always played good guys in 40k. I mean, pretty much historically always on the side of the Emperor or at the very least Eldari. So I know he's excited to try out Khorne. historically, I'm the guy that runs combat armies, and he runs super balanced shooty armies. But I think he's excited to try out some combat. If and when this crazy coronavirus scare ever ends, everybody stay safe. Everybody, be patient. Work on your backlog. Work on your terrain. Work on things you don't usually have time for, like bases. Because eventually this will end, and we'll be back to playing Warhammer and rolling dice. So once again, we apologize about the lack of battle reports. I'm going to try to get some other videos up in the meantime. I think we all know that it's kind of hard. Kind of wish Noah was like my roommate so we could keep filming. But, yep, we're each in our own houses now and trying to follow the rules and not get anybody sick. So, yeah, guys, just stay healthy out there. I don't want to hear any sad stories about Warhammer nerds. We got to stay healthy and just work on our backlog and wait patiently. And, by the end of it, it may end up being, a little silver lining that at the end of this long quarantine, we might have all of our models painted. Maybe not all of them, but I would like to get painting even more. So I'm going to work on this Corn Army. If you guys want to leave in the comments what you're working on during your social isolation, social distancing, I answer almost all the comments, if not all of them. So if you want to post what you've been working on, we can chat it up. I'll be back soon, maybe with a painting tutorial, maybe with a Q&A, maybe with a beer and banter, something, just to kind of hold us along so we can get more battle reports on the table. This is Nick from Beer and Bat Reps. Thank you for joining us. Like, subscribe. We're getting a lot of subscribers now, so I really appreciate it. Just keep plugging away, keep painting, guys, keep assembling your backlog, and we'll be back soon. Thank you. See ya.